Welcome back to a new video with MTG Josh. In today's episode we will be looking at Shalai, Voice of Plenty. So she's a 3 and 1 white mana, 3/4 flying, and it says you planeswalkers you control and other creatures you control have hexproof. You can also pay 4 green to put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. So when we give all of our creatures equipments, if Shalai's out, they're going to have to go through Shalai first before they get anything else, so that's going to be pretty useful. Don't forget she also protects you as well, so if you're facing a mono-red burn deck, let's say, they'll have to probably use 2 kill spells on Shalai just to get to your face. So she's a really great shield in many ways. Some of the swords or equipment we want to give our creatures and smash in Sword of Body and Mind, which gives a creature +2/+2 pro green and blue. And if it hits, you create a 2/2 wolf and that player mills 10. However, if you put this on a creature with double strike, you will be doing this twice. So imagine milling them for 20. That would be really good. So let's see how well we do today. Okay, so we've got a good starting hand versus the Sorin deck. So there'll be a vampire mono black build. So unfortunately we don't have a forest that comes in untapped. Oh no, we do actually. So yeah, we'll go for the Temple Garden and the Gilded Goose. And that means we can do something on turn 2. Maybe play the sword or something. Okay, so not before they kill our guy. Fine. And yep, let's go for the tap land now. Yeah, that is unfortunate. Okay, so I think we're going to go for the Fencing Ace. And then the Evolving Wilds. Just crack that now. And I need to play about with the timing on that. So now the opponent has a Sorin, they could play a vampire from their hand, which is pretty scary. Okay, so they're holding back defense, that's fair enough. And then I guess we can cast our Shalai, so it gives our Fencing Ace hexproof, so that could be relevant here. Especially going over the top. Okay, so they're going to tutor for a card. That's always scary. Fingers crossed it's just a swamp. But yeah, it's not good when they can get anything they want. They might even have a 1 mana removal spell of some kind or sacrifice effect. So it looks like it wasn't a land that they searched for. Interesting. So let's go for an attack into Sorin here. Now, what black board wipes could there be? Ritual of Soot. There's no damnation in this format. There is the Extinction event, and they could name Evens, but that would get Gifted Aetherborn. So I think I'm just going to risk it with the Gargaroth here. Yeah, the black board wipes aren't as developed as the white ones in this format. So white has access to like 2 or 3 really powerful ones. But black's still kind of hindered by restricted wipes, which is intriguing because black is the master of death, but I guess white is the master of equality. Oh, Bonti's Lost Reckoning. Right, okay. Well, didn't even account for that card. It is quite rarely used. Fair enough. Their lands don't untap in their turn. Okay, that is unfortunate that we kind of got screwed there. They're not going to be able to play anything in their turn unless they've got a 2-drop with a mana. So I guess we can just go for the Shalai again. Yeah, that was an incredibly big blowout there for 3 mana, losing 3 things. Okay, so the opponent attacking. Hopefully they don't have Death Touch here. They just want to drain us for 1. So now we can go for the Sigil Sword of Valoron. Give it to the Shalai. So now when we attack we create extra blockers. So this could prove to be quite effective here. So unfortunately yet another removal spell.
ancient vampire lore. Make yourself useful.
Okay, wow, and they're killing everything we have. That's quite annoying. So yeah, let's just go for our general again. Do they have another removal spell?
This is but a taste of my power.
Okay, so obviously we're not going to block that. So now we just have to get lucky and hope they don't have a kill spell. Okay, that's good. So give the sword to the Shalai. So we've got 4 mana open. And yeah, if we go for Halvar, then it means our Shalai gets double strike, which is now enough to kill the Sorin. So I don't want to re-equip. Okay, or so apparently I have to. Yeah, that's really very strange targeting rules for the Halvar card there. So you have to target despite not wanting to change the target there. So the joke's on the enemy there, because on the opponent there, because they didn't realise Shalai had double strike, and therefore they didn't even have to block and lose their vampire. But yeah, it's looking pretty bad for the opponent now. So yeah, I don't want to move it, but apparently I still have to target. That's pretty bad. So I've got a double strike, just so you know, opponent. Yeah, I'm not sure that the opponent is actually reading cards here, because Halvar does say my equipped creatures have double strike. Okay, fine. Blood in the Snow. That does make sense, I suppose. Another board wipe. Okay, obviously I'm not accounting for these board wipes, I've not seen very often. So let's go for the Runeforged Champion. Search my library. So we'll go for the Lifelink rune. And skip Basri's Lieutenant. How many more board wipes can we possibly have? I don't know. So yeah, let's diversify a bit here. This Sanctum Seeker has been pretty annoying. Okay, it's Harlem Visitor. Yeah, not gonna lie, I think the opponent has been kept in the game here by the Castle Ardenvale. Okay, Giant Killer, that could be useful later on. So let's give the sword to our lieutenant. And then I think we can swing in. Get ourselves a blocker. If they want a double block, I'm happy with that. Let's get rid of the Asylum Visitor, so that's even more card advantage they're going to lose there. Yeah, I'm not sure why they blocked with the Visitor there. That's weird, because they would have basically got a Dark Confidant trigger from that. Yeah, let's go for the Llanowar Elves, and how much is here yet? So we'll keep the Broken Wings in case they get a powerful flyer or something. Apologies if you can hear the rain outside. It is a very miserable, rainy day outside in the UK. Okay, so the opponent's gonna pass the turn there. Ooh, so that's a good hit. We can hopefully get something good from the top of our deck. Scavenging Ooze is actually quite nice here. Let's play that. And yeah, it's just too much advantage. I think, surprisingly, this sword is actually keeping us in the game as well, because it keeps creating more blockers and they keep having to wipe every time. But yeah, that was a nice comeback. The opponent did have a couple of really good board wipes there. Moving on to the next one. Okay, so we're facing a Scarab God deck, so this could be a very hard matchup, because they can just revive our creatures by paying 4 mana. So start off with the Passage and get a Forest for the following turn. Unfortunate that it is tapped right now. So Pacifism could come in useful versus Scarab God here. And Redain as well, actually. Whenever one or more non-token creatures die, create a zombie. Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay. So I think for now, I think we'll go for Shalai. It's important to get the hexproof out, just in case the opponent has any Thoughtseize effects. Okay, so here come the zombies. Luckily we drew a land here. And yeah, let's get the Redain out. Let's do a bit of taxation. And swing in. Yeah, so Redain says non-creature spells that cost 4 or greater cost 2 more. So if they do have any board wipes, they're going to have to wait until turn 6 now. Or any good kill spells. If we give Shalai hexproof, then they can't target any of our things. There's always a 3-2, so that's quite concerning. What should we go for? I think we go for Halvar. And we swing in with these guys. So next turn, if we play any equipments, we can move them over for free. Attach an equipment, yeah, so you can move one over. So it'd be good for the Delver's Torch to do a bit of adventuring. So here comes Scarab God, I think. As they do have 5 mana now. But we do have aerial superiority. Yep, so we can try and go over the top. Okay, Tome of Legends, that could be useful later on. Yeah, we go for Delver's Torch. And I think we can pacify the Scarab God. So yeah, we don't want that to attack. So yeah, we'll leave Halvar. I don't know why that didn't trigger actually. So that's an equipment. And Halvar says at the beginning of each combat you may attach an aura or equipment to a creature you control. But that didn't actually let me do it. So I'm a bit confused as to why that's the case. Yeah, that's weird. I feel like there's a glitch in the matrix here. Beginning of each combat you may attach target aura or equipment. So why is that not counting then? That's definitely a glitch, because that should have happened in my opponent's attack stuff as well. We do have a giant killer now. So let's go for the Tome of Legends. They may have a counter. Draw a card. We desperately need some lands here. Okay. So again, we'll go for the aerial attackers. So yeah, there's definitely a glitch with Halvar. He's not triggering with our equipment here. So I think that the opponent might have a kill spell they want to use, but they've just realised that they can't actually cast it due to Redain. So I think Redain might be saving us. So they've got a counter spell. Fair enough. I guess they could have countered the Tome of Legends here. So in a way, yeah, we got lucky there, because Tome of Legends I think is a lot more valuable than the Giant Killer. Erebos' Intervention, okay. So take that to the command zone. They did gain quite a bit of life from that, which is annoying. So first things first, let's hope to draw into a land. Absolutely brutal. Let's go Rune of Might on the Redain. I think we missed like 3 to 4 land drops here. Still no land. Mental. Okay, so now it triggers. Don't want to do it now, yeah. I feel like the game has screwed us over completely, because if Halvar let us equip the torch earlier on, we could have been hitting for double strike. So yeah, that's definitely a bug. But I guess the opponent kind of has to... So they have to kill the Redain, or... Yeah, I think kill the Redain to actually survive, otherwise they're going to lose. Because all we have to do is equip the Delver's Torch to the Redain. Tracy Vess. Okay. So, no, I don't want to retarget. So yeah, this Halvar is really annoying. So I guess we can just block, right? But yeah, that would have been a lot of damage coming actually if we hadn't blocked. Yeah, and then Redain, all I had to do is equip the torch to her and swing in. That would have been enough. Cool. Okay, so we're facing a Liliana Death's Majesty. Starting hand is okay. We've got a couple of lands and a rock. Otherwise, the rest of it's a bit risky, but we'll keep it anyway because the Arcane Signet's awesome. Duress on turn 1. That's annoying because we had Veil of Summer. If we had gone first, we could have done this. The best choice here, by the way, is Arcane Signet. Always Arcane Signet. So they go for Primal Might, despite the fact I don't have any creatures out. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know why they chose that. Okay. That's good for me, I'll get to resolve a Signet. Okay. So for now, I think we can go for Danitha, because we can try and protect her with the Veil of Summer, if they try and target her with something. And she does make auras and equipment cost 1 less, which is quite good as well. And the first strike is legitimate versus the zombies that are posing as blockers here. Deadly Presence, right, okay. Okay, so let's go for the Delver's Torch. And then we can equip that to Danitha and swing in. I think we scry with this. Kogla, 3, 4, 5. I think, yeah, Kogla could be useful to have later on, so we'll keep that on top. So yeah, the fact that she made the torch cost 1 less was invaluable there, because we could have equipped it and played it for 1 cheaper, which means we have Veil of Summer up. That's really useful. Luckily the opponent doesn't have any scary creatures in the graveyard, so they can't resurrect it with the Liliana. But we have to be aware of that. Anything big and scary we kill has the potential to come back.
Good news, everyone. I will win by any means necessary.
So let's search for a plains here. So the thing we have to watch out for is Liliana's ultimate says destroy all non-zombie creatures. So, and then if we attack, they're probably just going to block it. So let's just see what happens. They might double block it here. Create a treasure, that's useful. Because now we can foretell the Glorious Protector. Okay, so let's go for the Dread Presence here. Yep, so they can obviously resurrect the Dread Presence, but that's fair enough. Then we can foretell this. And then next turn we can cast the Kogla. So Phyrexian Arena. They're going to be drawing a lot of cards. The fact they're making a zombie turn is pretty annoying. So Tainted Adversary for no value. But it has got Death Touch. And the Presence is returning.
You hold no power over me.
So that's an interesting play, because now Liliana does die in the air. Kill the Presence. And we still have the Veil of Summer up as well. So I'm not sure if that turn was very good. I was pretty worried, to be honest, but now I'm starting to think I might have a chance. Because we can protect whatever... well, we can protect the Shalai from a kill spell as well. When Kogla attacks, it can kill the Phyrexian Arena. So yeah, it's also looking pretty good. We've even got a few tricks if they try and kill Kogla with blocks. We could flash in the Protector. And the Kogla trigger still goes off. It just says whenever it attacks, destroy something. Oh, okay. Turgid's Lantern is pretty annoying. So they're definitely giving us a few targets here. So yeah, I think we're going to attack with all. And we'll go for the Arena, because that gives them more advantage. Let's see what they block with. Just the Death Toucher. So there's no way to give Kogla... Yeah, tell you what, I'm gonna save the Kogla. Because if the Glorious Protector dies, then Kogla comes back and fights something else. So yeah, I'm gonna save the Kogla. Okay, fair enough. Okay, so we're facing a Jadar Mono Black Zombies build. They're probably going to have a lot of sacrifice effects, given that they get a free zombie every turn. Our starting hand is pretty decent. Get a bit of ramp, get a bit of big guys. Yeah, let's go for the tap land first. So Jadar is definitely a strong general. Being able to generate one creature a turn for free is pretty awesome. You may have seen my previous video which uses Jadar. And it's definitely very fun. Being able to swing every turn with a 2-2 with no hindrance, basically. And if you don't want to swing, you can sack it to draw some cards, or yeah, just go for some ramp. So if you do use Into the North, make sure to include the latest dual lands from Kaldheim, because they are snow lands and both types, and they come in tapped. Anyway, so it's nice to fix your mana. So because they're mono black, they're going to have a lot of answers for our things. So we're just going to have to face the facts that we're going to lose a lot of stuff here. Okay, a Ketra is a very nice pick up there. So let's go for Runeforge Champion. Such a library. And then we'll go for the lifelink could be relevant later on. And then let's use the Evolving Wilds now. So next turn we could go for our Ketra. A Ketra is probably better to cast because if it dies we can get it back later. Enduring Angel not so much. It's a tricky card to use, this Enduring Angel, because if your life total would be reduced to 0 or less, it transforms instead. But the only issue with that is it doesn't have flash, so you can't really surprise your opponent with it. Okay, so as expected, the opponent is killing most of our stuff. Let's try and get the Ketra out. We just need to try and resolve something, let it stick on one turn. Good. Even if we can get 1/4/4, that would be really useful. It's definitely hard though, making an equipment deck. It's almost like having a combo deck, because you need to have the creatures and the equipment for anything to be good. Let's go on. So yeah, if you only have equipment, your deck's not doing so well. If you only have creatures, your deck's not doing so well, because they're just going to be low double strikers. A Ketra is an exception, but she's 5 mana. So it looks like we're going to get to keep a Ketra for 1 turn, which is awesome. Ooh, Icing Death could be good. So we've got 5 mana. Let's go for the biggest thing we can. Nice. So let's think about this. If we attack, they can only block with these two, because you can't block with a Decay Zombie. So let's see how much they value their Liliana here. They could block with a Plague Crafter. Playing an equipment deck, is almost inherently being behind, because most people play good stuff. So if you look at the Plaguecrafter, for instance, it just comes in, it does something there and then. When you're building an equipment style deck, your creatures aren't always necessarily built to do something right now, but if they do hit, obviously, with the double strike, you're getting some awesome double value there. So there she dies, as expected. So annoyingly, whenever one of their zombies dies now, they draw a card. There's not much we can really do about that. They just have an army of blockers. Getting the Shalai out could be pretty useful. Primal Might. Interesting. Getting rid of the Augur could be useful. Okay, so let's go for Shalai. Let's protect our dudes. And then we can Primal Might as well. So pay 1. Make the Shalai fight the Augur here. Yeah, we want to get rid of that as soon as possible because they're just getting way too many cards here. And then now the only good block they have, they can't save Liliana, so there's no point blocking here. We are softer board wipes, would be quite irritating. Gotta say, this graphic is pretty awesome to see all of our stuff with hexproof, and this looks even better on a zombie as well. Very cool. So opponent is sacking to draw some cards here. Very nice sleeves as well. Yeah, the opponent's definitely on the back foot. Again, one good board wipe could do it. Strixhaven Stadium. Don't think that's going to be enough. Okay, we've got a lot of hexproof stuff. Let's give our Ketra lifelink here. Okay, so I'm not going to commit to the board anything else, because if we do and they board wipe, then we're totally lost. We need something just in backup mode. All those saying that. Okay, you're definitely going to protect the Shalai. So because of that move, they don't have a board wipe in their hand. Pretty sure, otherwise they would have just taken it. But yeah, that was lucky. Okay, so we're going first against Extus. Pretty cool general. I own this in Paper Commander as well. Very versatile. You can either go for some kind of equipment build like we're doing here with the double strike. You could go for a Spells Matters build for the Magecraft, or you could go for a wide Aristocrats build with Awaken the Blood avatar. So incredibly diverse. Designing that card must have been very nightmarish because it goes in so many directions. Always good to start off with the Llanowar Elves. So if the Elves survive, we could go for the Rune Forge Champion, which is always nice to see. Yep, definitely, let's do that. Turn 2 play, pretty awesome. Searches for a Rune. So against their deck, I think Lifelink could be valid. Trample would be good if they had lots of 1/1s, but we're not sure what they have just yet. 4 mana, so doubt they have a board wipe just yet. So let's get some protection on board. The cheapest mana they could have with those colours is there's a 3 mana one that makes people sack down to power 4 or less, but I'm not sure if that's in this format. Because instant sorcery, charge counter. Okay, so this looks like it's a Spells Matters build. That's pretty cool. Go for the Ketra. Smash face. These are the nice games where you can just play creatures, they resolve and you can hit. Always feels good. It does feel a bit bad the opponent doesn't have any mana though. Yeah, that is a shame. Yeah, that is a real shame. They didn't get any swamps. Fair enough. If you guys enjoyed watching these videos today, don't forget to check out my other videos on my channel. And most of all, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this.